Hello, everybody. This is a stay-at-home grandma. Hey, Mobs, how you doing? I was setting up. Okay, eggnog. Hey, Carmen Hall, how you doing? What's up? So this is this is the easier one. There are harder ones. The one that she did, that my mom did, I refined it because it was like an all-day process, and I don't know where she got all day from. But anyway, I am using I've used, and the pot back there is some oat milk, and we're going to go to the pot in a minute. And this is oat milk, and this is the plain extra creamy. I use this. I use almond milk or soy milk. Now, the cream I'm using is regular heavy cream, and this is it right here, and this right here. I'm using heavy creams, and I'm using. Let me see. And this calls for milk fat, but this is lactose free. I believe. Well, let me put my glasses. No wonder I'm not reading anything. I got my glasses on. Okay. So I put the. I think it should be it should be up there in the description box. But this is 1 pint, and this is 1 quart. Okay. Now this is the soy milk. This is soy silk, but this is also heavy whipping cream for those people that are allergic to milk. And what I will do is, because I don't know everything, but I will research it a little bit more. Now we've got 5 eggs. The eggs are all washed off and everything and ready to be broken. And I'm going to put this down just a little bit. Okay. Oh. I got a little bit of a shell in here, so let me get this out. That's 3 eggs. 4. 5. Okay, so we're going to mix these eggs up. I think I'm going to mix. I got to really put this in. This keeps coming out, and I don't know why. Why does this thing not work? I know it's plugged in. And this video, and I have the hardest time. This one doesn't come out. I don't know. I have other egg beaters. Don't worry. Hi, Chania. Is this plugged in? I think so. I don't know why I never get this egg beater around. So now it's beaten. Okay, I'm going to add just a little bit of sugar. Just a little bit of sugar, just to make it a little thick and frosty. Me and this. Now, did you have a nice Christmas, Tania? Okay, now we're going to get another bowl, and in this bowl, we're going to add the cream. Let's set this bowl aside for a minute, and we're going to add the cream. Okay, I hope that this. You may need a little bit more sugar. Okay. Put this on the floor. As you're beating it, you're going to add some of the sugar. Mine was fine if you can hear me. Okay, so you don't want to whip into whipped cream, but you want it to whip enough that it will not peak, but okay, so I'm going to take this and put this here. This is going to have to dirty up my table today, but we'll clean it off later. Okay, so now you've got your eggs in your whipped cream. I'm going to bring the pan over so you can see what I'm doing with the pan, okay? I'm going to gently bring the pan over. It's not hotter than anything yet. It will be. Well, it won't be hot, it'll be warm. So here's the milk. The milk in it is cold. So we're going to pour. You finished? I'm making milkshake when I'm done, okay? And I will put the egg beaters in the sink. I do not want this to fall off the table. That would be a milk. Okay, I'll put these in the sink real fast. Okay. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to pour the eggs in here. And we're going to fold these eggs in very gently because we're going to cook this. My mother always warmed. She didn't cook it. She warmed it. And it has sugar in it. Now I've tried it with different milks. I like it with, well, I can have the lactose-free milk, but I like it with the oat milk, okay? And then I like it with soy milk. I haven't tried it with the almond milk yet, but I will. And I like it with coconut milk too as well. Hey, Ray of Sunshine. So now it's in the milk. So the eggs we're going to fold in very gently. And then we're going to put the rest of the sugar in, and the sugar will melt. Now you may want it to be a little bit sweeter, but that's okay. That's up to you. So we're going to stir the sugar into the milk. Okay? Now, here's what we're going to do. The nutmeg goes in last, but we'll get it so that you can see it. And this is the Badia nutmeg. The nutmeg goes in last, but the vanilla, if I can get it open, it would be nice. So a couple of this is a teaspoon. We're going to pour the vanilla in. Now this is Mexican vanilla. Okay. I've used other vanilla. Now I'm going to mix this around in there so that it can get in. Now the cream that I mixed, that will be put in last. But this pint of heavy cream right here goes in now. Now again, if you do not, some people cannot tolerate milk, I would say use the silk milk and the silk heavy cream because it whips and cooks and bakes. And this is the silk dairy-free heavy cream. Now, I don't know about the other ones, but I will research it. Okay, so now we are going to go over to the to the fire, and we're going to warm this up. Okay, and that's how, and I don't know because I don't ever remember being young and ever telling them the cholesterol in the eggs or whatever, or don't eat raw eggs and stuff like that because my brother was like an exercise freak and he ate raw eggs. Yeah, I poured it. I have big bottles of it, and I poured it in this bottle. Yeah, the dairy-free cream. I've only seen it, but don't quote me on that one because I know there's other ones. But I've only seen it in the silk. But I'm thinking that the the Chobani milk now. I think that now, if I'm not mistaken, I had some cream of theirs. I think. Okay, so now we are going to the stove. And we are going to warm this very gently. I'm going to take some coffee. Now what I'm going to do is just taste it with my tasting spoon. To see if it needs a little more sugar. I think it needs just a little bit more sugar. But it could be because I had the coffee, but I'm going to still put a little bit in anyway. So I'm going to leave that there, and it's on a very low flame. Be right back. Play nicely with one another. Ray of Sunshine, you're in charge of all the kids. Mm-hmm. Okay, that's about a half a cup. So I'm letting this get warm, and I'm stirring it. You just keep stirring it. Now there is a way to pour it into the eggs. I've seen it done on television, but I'm not going to try it this way. I'm going to pour the whole mixture in except for the heavy cream, which will go in a few. You kind of know, because I'll take a spoon and I'll test it again. But you also won't, you know, because you can feel the grit from the sugar in the bottom of the pan. But if you turn it up, make sure you're stirring it at the same time. I'll read it when I come over. I can't read all the way over here. Now you can use regular milk now. Okay. If you are not allergic to milk, I'm allergic to milk to the fifth power.
Excuse me, Damien.
Yes, honey?
We're spending the night.
Okay. You're not going home then?
No.
Okay, lock up the house then.
Oh yeah, no, sorry, we are going home real quick.
Okay.
I thought you said something else.
Those are my grandchildren. Now, because the cream is in it, it makes this rich, heavy, like substance. Give it a few more minutes. It's once you get warm. It's not completely warm yet. But you know this is good warm too. And I'll tell you some other ways when I sit down. Not quite warm yet. Almost. We can turn that off. Okay. So that has become warm. Okay, so now we're going to let it cool off just a little bit. So I'm coming back to answer any questions that you have. So it's not as hard as you think it is. mean, Ray of Sunshine, a lot of people don't think about making their own. I mean, I don't know whether it was tradition in your house, but it was just tradition in my house when I was growing up. But mobs and everybody else, I mean, there are things that I am learning that I didn't even know existed that are old as the beginning of time almost. So I mean, it's just one of those things. And I mean, don't think for a minute that I haven't bought store-bought eggnog when I don't feel like making it. However, after I buy it, I'm like, why did I buy that? You know what I mean? But we don't always know. So it's okay. Because you can make your own. And the thing about making your own is then you ain't got to wait till Christmas and Thanksgiving. And I think possibly Easter, because it only comes out like either 2 or 3 times a year. But to answer your question earlier, I could call you Ashley. Thank you. I saw that your name was Ashley, but I wasn't really sure. So I'll try to remember that. But I have tried it with the silk. Okay. But I can do cream, so I'm good. I think because cream is pure before they put the milk through some kind of, some kind of distiller or something like that. And then it becomes lactose. And I'm lactose intolerant to the 5th power. And I hate to tell you what happens. So this is, and this is good. This is really good. But, never be ashamed to say, well, I bought it. Because when you think about it, I mean, I buy butter, but I make butter. You know what I mean? I make butter, but I still buy butter when it's on sale because I don't want to be without butter. I'm cooking all the time. We use butter rather than to use margarine for a lot of reasons, but I just like cooking. And when I was not home and I was working all the time, you'd be surprised the things that I substituted because I didn't have time to make them. So, you got to remember too, I'm home. So it's much easier for me to make things. Oh, okay. All right. So did you use the silk eggnog? Because I've actually tried that and it's not bad. I think there's a couple of other ones out there, but I think Chobani has not made one yet, but I think that they'll be good. And I think between Chobani and what's the other one? I have it in the refrigerator too. Chobani and off, I can't think of that. Well, I'll think of it when I get up. I'll tell you. They make the best oat milk. Hey, Uniquely Lavish. Happy holidays. I'll be over to your channel probably tomorrow. I got to go to channel hopping tomorrow and Friday for sure. So my husband's a little better. I've got to go to the doctor tomorrow. I've got to go to the chiropractor. He's got to go back to the VA. Oh yeah, I coupon to the 5th power. I don't know, but I use my coupons. We're going to actually I've kind of put it together in my head how we're going to do things starting in January. And I think on Sunday, yeah, because I think it's still out there. I saw it when I was at the store yesterday. I was at ShopRite. And they had it there. I don't know about every place else because I don't go from store to store like I used to and shop. When we go out, we go to a couple of stores. So we go to the vegetable stand and go to the dollar store, and then we go home. Yesterday, we went to this dollar store. Well, we went to the dollar store by the VA, okay? And then we went to I think we went to the dollar store. We went to ShopRite, I believe, and one other place. I forgot where the other place was. And then we came home because he wasn't feeling good. So, I wasn't going to push him because he'll go, but. Okay, so this is, remember, you don't want to beat this into peaks, but you want to beat it so that it's thick enough, okay? So this is what goes on. This is the whipped cream in and of itself, and it's sugared. Okay, so this goes into the mix. If I can get up. There you go. Now remember, the pièce de résistance is the nutmeg. Okay, so we're going to put this in here. Okay. Stir it around just a little bit. Okay. And last but not least, you are going to put a teaspoon, and I'm actually going to eyeball it, but a half a teaspoon rather, of nutmeg. And stir it. And your eggnog is done. There's nothing to it. Okay, now there is another way, which is a little harder, and that is the really, really old-fashioned way, where my mother and her friends used to do it. Because they used to separate the egg whites from the eggs. Make the egg white peaks, beat the egg. Shh. Kids, be quiet, please, or quiet down, please, just a little. Make the egg white peaks, and then do the eggs themselves, the yellow eggs, and pour it into the milk and and whatever. Okay, I don't do it that way. I have my own way of doing it. That's just too long and too aggravating. Cream. Now, I didn't use the silk in that one. I used the regular heavy cream in this one. I used this heavy cream in the pan, and this heavy cream to make it almost to the whipped cream consistency, but not quite. And this was the heavy cream that I used. I have used the silk, but I really could not find enough silk. There was no silk. Everybody's into silk milk and stuff like that. But I use this, and this is actually non-fat milk, and it's 36%, and this is heavy cream. So I use this one. And then I use this one in the milk and of itself. And I use Chobani oat milk. I'll show you. So anyway, I enjoy making this because everybody likes it, and I'm gonna try it on one of my kids and see what she thinks. So then, yeah, it was cooked, but it wasn't cooked. It was warmed. Yes. Yes, it does. It does. That's why you don't want to whip it, because I found that when you whip it to whippet consistency, it completely, like, it already rises to the top, but then it completely, so that although I will say that my first husband, he liked when he would taste the whipped cream and it would go all over his mouth. I don't. So I kind of tone it down a couple of threads before it actually whips to a peak. But yes, and then you put it in the refrigerator. I'm just going to let it sit for a minute, and then I'll pour it into my containers. Yeah. So it does come to the top, but it's not as, I just thought it was like really kind of, but that's the way they did it. I just kind of refined it just a little bit. Because the other thing is, when it rose to the top, it was hard to pour it out too as well. So gotta figure out something. Excuse me for 1 minute. I have to plug my computer in because I took it off the battery. So I'm thinking there you go. I took it off the plug out. Which one, honey?
Something I'll say it.
You want another
Which one?
Okay. I'll be ready. You just warm it so that when you pour the sugar into the milk, and then you pour the rest of the stuff in, and you're mixing it, all of a sudden you'll see that you'll feel the graininess of the sugar, and then when that dissolves, and then taste it when it's warm, then you turn it off and you let it sit for about 5-10 minutes, like I did, and then you pour the whipping cream on, so that it has the whipped cream consistency. There's Pop-Tarts in there. Okay.
Only in the Memphis and noodles.
Hmm?
I didn't know Memphis and noodles.
Not right now. In a few. I don't know, but you want it warm. You don't want it hot. But that will take off that whatever it is that they say that the eggs gave. Because, like I said, my brother ate raw eggs until let's see, he was 77 when he died, and this has been, I want to say 8 years ago. But he was always a bodybuilder, so, and most bodybuilders eat eggs, so I don't know, you know what I mean? But my mother always did it that way, so I did it that way, and it makes sense to me. However, I've also had my missus, because I actually did the eggs one day. The first time I actually did it, which was years ago, I actually scrambled my eggs, so I had to throw the whole batch out and do it again. So I've had my missus too, and that is not fun. So be very careful with that. Okay, thank him too. How's he feeling? I pray for him all the time. You never mind this. Never mind. Go. You're not supposed to be in there. They don't want any little kids in there. They're scared that the little kids might scare the big people. No, that's not really there. No, please. He's okay? Well, it's going to take some time. It's going to take some time, but I pray for him every night before I go to bed, and in the morning. I pray for everybody. I pray for people I don't know. I really do. I pray for the world, because, I mean, we're in such a shambles that it's just unreal, the things that are going on in this world, that either we never knew it before, but because of social media, we do now, or it's just, I don't know. Every day you pick up a newspaper. Every day you hear the news. Shh. Amira and Adia? Shh. Just a little bit. Well, who was talking then? Yeah, I know. But I mean, every day you pick up the newspaper, you turn on the television. I don't even like watching the news. And well, anyway, we won't even talk about that. We'll think about, in a couple of days, we're going into the new year and what we're going to do for the new year. So I'm going to do 2 things. 3, actually. I'm going to do like one DIY week. I have to do my reviews, but they're toning down because I'm not taking a lot of reviews like I used to. But I'll do my reviews on Tuesday and Thursday. I'm going to do more cooking. I'm going to do just maybe the DIY on Saturday. I haven't completely fine-tuned that. Right now, I'm working on a recipe book, so I'm going to try the recipes out on you and see if you all like them. And if you want to cook along, then that's fine. You can come on and we can cook together. But Sunday, what I really want to do is the coupon and knitting segment together. So we'll do our coupons, cut them and everything like that. Tell different people where to get different coupons. So because I'm finding that, well, my newspaper, the only word that I can say is that they suck. Okay, they really do. And they either send me one instead of three or none. So I'm just kind of be fed up with them and get them off the internet and stuff like that. So if anybody knows of somebody that sends the coupons, please tell me, because I will actually get them, because this is crazy. And they haven't charged me for the newspaper, but when they charged me, it was just because I complained. I refused to take it. I refused to take it. So, if anybody knows, like I said, anybody that sells coupons and stuff like that, tell me, because whatever. But I do get them off the internet. But I know that there's other people that have other things. So, we're going to have to share with them. Shh. Noisy kids. So we're going to have to share with them. But and they can share with us and whatever. But okay, I have a. I'll show you. Somebody brought me these. So I've got to work on these this weekend. So I will work on these this weekend. And I'll actually, you love couponing, cooking, and yarn. Yeah, I just think about yarnery and cooking. So I'm thinking that on Sunday, before I want to like cook on Sunday as well. So maybe what we'll do is like spend, because I might cook Saturday. I'm not sure, but I want to cook, but I'm torn. So let me run this past you all. Yeah, well, your family is always going to be your hobby. Okay, I'm a grandparent and a great grandparent. Okay, and my grandchildren come over here all the time and stay. Did you just hear them say they're spending the night? And they're welcome because they like it here, pretty much. And my great grandchildren right now, like I said, their mother and father separated, and today my great granddaughter, oldest great granddaughter, tells me my mother has COVID, and I'm like, again, because she just had it. So pray for her, because this ain't nothing to play with. But yeah. So maybe what we'll do is we'll spend a half an hour on our coupons. Shh, will you all be quiet, please? Noisy. I'm almost done. And then we'll spend an hour on that. And then maybe an hour on the knitting, and then about an hour and a half. So we will be on for about maybe 3 hours. So I don't know whether everybody can do that or not. But see, it's winter time in January, February, and parts of March. So nobody really goes anywhere on Sunday, maybe to church. But for most of us, I know me, I go to church online because my church holds it online as well as in the church. Now I'll be there. Yeah, I hope she gets better too. It's my oldest granddaughter, and they're all my heart, but that was my first grandchild. So, but I'm just going to keep the faith, and whatever God does, whatever he decides, but so I'm saying maybe about 3 hours, 3.5 hours.
when I take a shower.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah, I mean, what can you do? I mean, right? It hits everybody. Okay? And it's funny because, like I said, my granddaughter already had it once. Okay? And, I mean, that's the other thing too. I've got to probably um, teach everybody what I know about herbs and stuff like that, and what I have read about COVID, and what I have looked up in terms of my herbs and stuff like that. I recognize that, what is it, Lysol has been, I think Lysol and something else, I have to write it all down and then I'll tell you, has been there for COVID long before we even knew COVID existed. So it is pretty serious. But here's where I think people who don't want to, some people who don't want to believe that it can happen to them. So they venture out, and then they venture further. Then they stop wearing their mask and stuff like that. I have my shots. The reason why I got my shots is because I'm around my grandchildren. Now, kids, many of them can't get it. Some kids do, but mainly I'm looking at, many of them have very, very, I want to say tampered with immune systems. Their immune systems are not good. It's not always the parents' fault. But I make them take their vitamins. I make them do whatever. Okay, so, I'll tell you what I know. That's the other thing. And I'm thinking probably Tuesday night, although I do my reviews on Tuesday during the day. Tuesday night, maybe we're going to have like herbal session for about an hour, where I will teach you about herbs, and then you can go online and you can order. I'm actually going to start selling herbs again. I had stopped, but everybody's emailing me and go, why aren't you selling herbs? Blah, 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 so forth and so on. So, yeah. And, of course, I have books, too, and I don't know whether you know that or not, that I've written about herbs. But hopefully that's what we'll do. So I'm going to write out a whole schedule for January and February of where we are going to cook. We are going to enjoy ourselves. We're going to try to make the best of it. And then Sunday, we're going to do some knitting and couponing and some cooking as well. So, because I can cook, I can wash my hands, cook, wash my hands, knit. You know what I mean? I'm one of those people that, I got to keep busy. But yeah, I hope my granddaughter does get well, and I know she will. But I mean, that's not I can't. I mean, because like I said, that was my first granddaughter. And then there's my husband. So, and then there's my cousin who had surgery on her hip, and she's not doing too well. So I'm like, and everybody's saying to me, why aren't you a bundle of nerves? Yeah, I make soups. Yes, I do. I do. I really do. And that's something I do, like 16 bean soup. I do all kinds of soups. So you tell me what you want, or you tell me what you want me to research, and you write it down, and I'll do it. Now, Ashley, do you have your other video up yet? Let me know if you do. So I'm going to get ready to go in a minute, but anybody that wants you to do something, or anybody that wants me to research something, just tell me and I will do it. Because like I said, I'm home. Oh, you do. All right, everybody go over to Mobs, which is Ashley, Mobs Yarnery and Cooking, and go up and look her videos up. She's got one for spaghetti. And she had fun doing it too. It's going to be on Sunday. I'm not sure what time because I go to church from 11 to 12:30, and then I have my lunch, so to speak. So I'm thinking maybe about like one, maybe two-ish, because we can cut up our coupons and everything like that. And really, what I think might happen is at some point, somebody might have a slew of coupons that they're not going to use. Maybe the other person may want them, so we can send them back and forth to people. You know what I'm saying? So, we'll do the coupon thing because that coupon thing it's really good. It really is good. I've been couponing for years. I am not a coupon expert, but I can tell you how to get free things though. And also look in my description box and you will see Fetch. If you have not used Fetch, go on there and go join my Fetch. Okay. And what you do is you save your receipts and you copy them. It's real easy. You copy them right into on your phone and you go to Fetch. Yeah, so if you want to come up and talk, you sure can. Yes, I'm gonna start doing that. I just had to get used to stream, so now that I'm used to it, about once or twice a month, I'm going to have some small business people up here. I'm going to actually go full force with my stream the first of the year, But what was I saying? I forgot what I was saying. But yeah, I forgot what I was saying. That's easy because it is what? It's 8:54. It's almost 9 o'clock. It's almost time for me to go to bed. But yeah, you can come up and talk, sure. But yeah, soups. Oh, so yeah, tell me what you want to know, okay? And I will make all kinds of soups because in the wintertime, that crock pot stays on. And it's one of the things that I'm really lucky with is that I have a husband that actually likes soups. And of course, like DIYing. Yes, it's Fetch. It's in my description box. And you copy, oh yeah, that's what I was, thank you. You copy your receipts into Fetch and it gives you so many points. And my first Fetch that I sent in was $25 and I did it on Amazon because I'm an Amazon queen. Okay. I don't like to go out anymore. I mean, not to shop. My grocery shopping I have to because I have to take my coupons and everything like that. But I don't like shopping anyplace else. I have to go get some towels now from Boscov's, and we have a military discount, and I'm going to go. But I just have been putting it off. So I'll probably go next week. I don't know. But yeah, Fetch, and you'll see the rewards of and points and things like that. I haven't completed. I mean, I'm really happy with it. I'm very happy with it. So you can go on there, go on the Fetch, go get my Fetch and go right in there and then go put in the numbers and everything like that so that I get something. But when I get 2,000, you get 2,000 points too. And that's always good. Always good. And then I'm going to have some other things. And I will show you how to write like this little letter to all the companies, and I'll give you a list of companies. Okay, and you write to them, and you tell them you'd like to get some coupons and stuff like that because it's one of your favorite companies, whatever, and stuff like that, and I'll send them. Sometimes they say no, but most of the time they say yes, and right about now, everybody's saying yes. Everybody is saying yes. So, I think that would be really, really good. So I'm going to, I drank the coffee, so I'm not going to taste the eggnog because it's just not going to taste the same with the coffee. And I shouldn't have done that, but I'm a coffee fanatic. Okay. I can drink coffee all day. I have controlled myself. I have literally gone to 3 cups of coffee a day. But I don't drink 3 cups of coffee a day. Sometimes I had 2. No, I had 2 back to back tonight. But I won't have anything else again until maybe tomorrow. And I might just have tea tomorrow in the morning. I try to contain myself because I can drink coffee all day. Yeah, yeah, exactly. French onion. Haven't made it in a while, but I know how to make it. And I know how to make it with the little doodad in the middle and stuff like that. I remember that. I don't know whether I get well if he doesn't eat it, that doesn't matter. We can just make it together. You know what I mean? And the thing is, I would like for people to come on and exchange recipes and do things together because that would be fun. One of the things that I found out about this whole pandemic thing, one of the good things was that a lot more people are home working. So they're trying to find other ideas for them at home. So that's one of the things that I like because people are actually home. They're not running out shopping or anything like that, and they're especially on Sunday. I mean, although my daughter says that because she goes shopping on Sunday, but she said that there's a lot of people. I don't see that as much as I used to because, after church or whatever, the stores would be crowded. A lot of businesses are now closed on Sunday again. They're open 6 days a week. So I don't know whether they're why, but I know they're not copying Chick-fil-A, but hey. But they're closed. So a lot of things are not open like they were. So, I mean, that's the way it is. And a lot of people are just like many people that I know don't even go to the supermarket. But see, like I said, I have to. And they've made Tuesdays and Thursdays a day for seniors. So that's good for me because I'm not around a bunch of people because I can't. I had just a little bit of family here, and I'm really trying to, I guess, keep myself busy, and I can find something to do, that, and just not worry about it. But I think it's because I'm retired. I really don't care to be out. So anyway, it is 9 o'clock, and I'm going to clean up my kitchen, and I am going to get ready for bed because I got to be at the doctor's at 10:30 tomorrow, and he has to be at the doctor's at 1, I think. So that we're going to be gone because there's no sense for him to come all the way back to town to bring me home and then go all the way back out of town, and go that. So we'll do it whatever we have to do tomorrow because tomorrow's Thursday anyway. So we'll find things to do because a lot of places are just geared towards seniors from such time as till 2 o'clock. So whatever. So everybody, if you go into my community tab, I think it is somewhere along the way, I think it's the about. My email is in there. Email me with things that chia. Okay, let me look because I have never. No, that's not true. My daughter made chia pudding and I liked it, but I have never cooked with chia. However, let me look for chia for you, okay? Because I'm going to be selling some things that are going to be much cheaper than they are in the store. So let me find out what I can do about that. I love you all. Thank you, Ashley. I love you too. I love you all. Take care. God bless. Bye-bye. Stay safe. Okay, chia tea. Okay, I will look for that. And because I'm getting ready to put my website up too. I've just been really busy, And everybody stay safe. And I'll see you tomorrow. Because tomorrow's review day. So take care. God bless. Bye-bye. See you in the next video. I'm going to go take a shower. I'm done. Night.